Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Daniel here from Golden Finds, and we are in for a special video today. So we are going to start decking our halls here in the Hernandez family home. So I wanted to bring you all along and give you my personal tips on what works for me when it comes to decorating for the Christmas season. I do hope, again, as these videos are very inspirational to you and that they bring you, again, a source of inspiration to help you decorate when you're decorating, not only for the Christmas season, but for every season, and that the tips that I give you guys really do make a difference. So welcome to Decorating 101 for the Christmas season. So what are we going to tackle today? I'm going to actually do segments of my home in separate videos. I don't want to lump it into all one long video. I feel that way I can go more into depth, more into detail with the steps that I'm going to be doing when I decorate for the holiday season. I do apologize if you hear any background noise. There is a house who's having their patio front section fixed, so you might hear a lot of construction noise. But I'm going to be tackling our railway here for the staircase. Our townhome is a 2-floor home, so I love being able to add Christmas wherever I can. So that's definitely one of the areas that I'm pretty sure a lot of you do if you do have a 2-story home or a railway, a handrail leading up to your house, leading up to the porch, the patio, wherever you may have, if you have it inside your home, to go to your second floor. You always want to deck out the space in your home. And that's what I love, being able, again, to just add everything I can to a little bit of Christmas in every space of the home to really bring in that jolly season into the house. So we're going to be putting in some garland. Now, these are garlands that I have purchased years ago. I want to say it's been already 3 years, and I purchased these from TJ Maxx. Now, I do recommend that you always shop off season. That is one of my tips for you. Shop off season for the next year. I'm sure a lot of you already do this, but it's definitely the most smartest way to save a lot of money on certain pieces that are very expensive in the year. So like these that are meant to look very realistic, these pine garlands that I got were originally like $30 each at TJ Maxx. So I at first only bought one and waited for the end of the season to buy a second one for the following year. So I really recommend that you do that. There's a lot of also other inexpensive places that you can check, but it is very pricey to get a very realistic looking garland like this, which I'm going more for this because I really love that texture. I love that realistic look of the pine needles. So just shop around for whatever is best for you, whatever the case is. If you want to be inexpensive, not waste a lot of money, you can definitely deck out a garland that's low cost with a lot of other things to make it look really high end. So don't feel obligated that you have to buy something as expensive as this. You can always search for so many places for low cost options. I know Walmart offers a lot of garlands that are under like $20 or less, or even $10. And I'm pretty sure you could find something matching at Target or other inexpensive retailers. So we are going to be using this one for the bottom rail. Now, the other tip that I give you is to always start unraveling your garland before you actually, like right now, this is totally jumbled because I had it curled into a bin. So I have to straighten it out. So that way it's going to make things more easier when you're maneuvering them through the rails. And then also I add twinkle lights. I have some LED dewdrop lights that I purchased from Target. They always bring them out every year. They're like $10, I think, for a set of them, for one set, and they're battery operated and they come with a timer. Bless that timer because it makes it so much more easier, and they do have a twinkle effect. So definitely, if you want a little bit of Christmas magic, definitely invest into buying some type of lighting to add into your garlands. They just really make them more magical. Or you can definitely also do the simple simplistic look of just the garland and maybe some bows, or you want to add a few ornaments, the possibilities are endless, and you can, you cannot do wrong when it comes to your own style. You all have your own style, you all have your own way of doing things, and I think that you should always follow what your heart tells you. So for me, I'm going to be adding those twinkle lights, those dewdrop lights, and I recommend that you do that first before you start unraveling this into the rail. Put your string lights on. It will make things so much more easier, so you're not having to do that after. I don't know why I haven't done that last year. I ended up putting this first in the railway through the handrails, and then I ended up having to go back in and put in all the dew lights through, going through the spaces and the bars. You guys, it was so time consuming. I don't know why I did it. It took me a long while to connect 1 + 1, right? So add your lights first. That way you're only going in once through the handrail, through the parts, and you're not going back in. I know that sounds so obvious, and you're probably thinking, why didn't you do that? Like, that's so obvious. But sometimes you don't think about it, and you're just in the moment, and you just want to start getting to decorate, and that's what I want to do right now. So let me get my lights, and then I'll ravel that into the garland, and then I'll start placing it into the railway, the handrail. Another very obvious tip is to always make sure that you have fresh batteries. That way you don't always have to be changing them out through the month of November or December, however early you decide to decorate for your home. So these are the lights that I got from Target. I will go ahead and add them into the description box below. I'll add a link to the item, so if you're interested in buying them. And it's very simple. A little short wire up to the battery box and the timer on and off switch. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my batteries in here. And they come in different settings, which is actually a really cool feature. So there are different, let me go ahead, and it's very thin, very, very thin wiring, so you won't really see it. I definitely recommend that you get this in green. If you do find the option, you can also probably find these at Amazon or other stores, but I've had these for years, and I'm not going to replace them just because I wanted green now. But if you are purchasing them for the very first time, try to opt for the version of green wiring, because then it's going to blend in so much better into your garland, since your garland is green. So let me go ahead and add the, I'm sorry. I don't know why I said this has different multifunctional settings for lights. It doesn't. It only has sparkling. Oh my gosh, I'm losing it. But these are how they look. And I know it's kind of hard right now during the lighting, but they twinkle and almost shimmer when they're on, and I absolutely love them. This is a really cool hack. If you have a door wreath hanger just like this, turn it inside out so the hook is in the inside of your home. This is going to be a great way to hook your garland and start raveling all of the lights around it. It will make it so much more easier for you to be able to maneuver through all of the pine branches with your lights, just by simply hanging it up, and that way it stays in place and you can start putting the lights through and weaving it through the greenery pieces. Just a quick little hack to make everything a lot more simple for your decorating. Now that our garland is all pre-lit and ready, we're gonna go ahead and start weaving it through the handrail. What a neat trick, right? This totally made it so much more easier by hanging the garland at the beginning with the door wreath hanger, and it just makes it, you being able to maneuver the lights into the garland so much more easy. So for the battery pack, I just end up usually winding it up a lot, and then I try to hide it with the greenery that's at the end. So usually wherever you place this, I always tuck it underneath and then try to cover it up with some of the greenery like that. But you can also buy some green tree wraps. They're like these extra picks that you can wrap around. They're basically like tie strings, but they're made out of like fake bristles for a Christmas tree. And you can use that also to hide that if you don't want that exposed, but always make sure that you have the box in an area that you can easily change out the batteries if it happens. You know, sometimes it happens depending on how long you leave them on for, or if you need to turn them on and off manually, if that's what you choose to do. Just make sure you don't uncover it up too much. Just make sure that you have enough way to take out the batteries if you have to open the box to remove those batteries, or if the on and off switch, you want to make sure it's also freely available for you to maneuver. So we're going to go ahead and start with the rail, the handrail, and then I'm going to turn you guys around and I'm going to weave it through all the way from the beginning of it to the end. It's not that super long, so this is actually just the right length. You also want to make sure that you, depending on the style that you choose, because a lot of people do this differently. I just weave it through each, like I skip one bar, then weave it through the next one, skip one bar, then weave it through the next one. Some people like doing different designs. Some people like doing the, what I say is the U-loop that you do like this, you know, you do like little loops like that. It just really depends on how you do it, but just make sure that you measure out exactly so you have enough garland. The worst thing that could happen is when you are doing a project and you realize you don't have enough of what you're doing and you have to go run to the store again to purchase it. I always love being able to finish a project as soon as I'm done with it, so things like that irk me. So just make sure that you definitely take the time to measure out if you are going to do a specific way of looping your garland in the railway. So just calculate it exactly, and that way you have enough for the project. One other thing that I recommend, once you have your garland placed into your handrail, go back in and start fluffing out some of the needles, the pine needles, the bristles. So that way it's more expanded out. Some of them do tend to sometimes get a little bit caught when you're trying to weave them through the individual parts of the rail. So definitely go in, take some time just to kind of fluff out the pine needles, just like you do with your Christmas tree. You're going to do the same thing with your garland. You want it to make sure it looks as voluminous, like you just had a voluminous hair day, and it's definitely giving you all the life that you need. And you're just going to, again, fluff it, especially if you're going to be hanging ornaments. You definitely want to make sure that there is enough little bristles where you can clip the ornaments onto the garland. So I'm just gonna go back through certain parts. Some of them, again, did get tangled up as I was putting them through the rail. And I'm actually only going to be adding ribbons, but look at the twinkle of the lights. I know it's a little bit hard for you to see right now with the lighting, but I will share with you all how it looks like after. And there's just so many different ways for you to style the garland on the railway. Again, a lot of people do bows, some people do ornaments, some people just leave it as simple as this. Very, you know, simple, but yet refined look. I'm going to be doing bows. So I'm going to show you the bows that I purchased. They are from Target, and they are a pretty good dupe for the My Texas House collection bows from Walmart that I think have actually sold out. So if the Target ones haven't sold out, I will go ahead and also link those in the description box below for you all to check out. They were actually a lot cheaper than the My Texas House ribbons, and they're almost identical. They're not 100%, but they're definitely a great dupe, and you get so many more bows for only $5. These are the bows that I was referring to. So you actually get one more than the My Texas House. I believe the My Texas House, you only got 3. And these are velvet ribbons. They're absolutely gorgeous. They have a long tail and I just love them. They're only $5, part of the Wonder Shop gallery at Target. So let me go ahead and take one out so you all can see how pretty these look. And these are perfect for your garlands. They're perfect for your Christmas tree. They are perfect for your wreaths. They're perfect for anywhere. And they're just awesome. And for $5, they're definitely a really, really nice piece. So this is how it looks like. So it's pretty standard. It comes with these little zip ties, or little ties. And this is the bow. I think they're absolutely stunning, beautiful. And they really bring a touch of elegance, I feel, with this texture of the velvet bow. And it's just, I love it, you guys. These are awesome. They also do come in black and a very light yellow gold. So lots of choices, 3 choices, and they are so awesome. So we are going to be placing, I'm gonna most likely place all 4 of them just because there's 4. So I'm thinking I'm going to probably start placing them in between, one at the top, one, let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And so I can basically just divide that by 4, and then I'll skip to the areas where it corresponds, and it will be all evened out. We are done. So there is still another handrail that goes up. It kind of splits, and then there's another rail on the side of the wall. But I'm going to do that off camera. But I wanted to just share with you all how this looks. How simple, how beautiful, how super easy. Now these bows, I'm not kidding you. These are definitely a changer for the Christmas season. And again, you get 3 colors to choose from: the red, the black, and that light gold. If you buy anything from Target, let it be these, and make sure to buy them before they run out. I was not very impressed with Target's collection from the Wonder Shop. Personally, my opinion, I was just not a big fan of it. I did love more pieces from the Threshold and Hearth and Hand section. I tend to always lean towards more of those collections versus the Wonder Shop. But these are from the Wonder Shop, these bows, and they're definitely making a statement. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below, what did you think of this garland decorating session? I hope that it brought you some source of inspiration watching today's video, or that any of the tips will help you out when it comes to decking your home for the holidays this year. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Again, let me know in the comments down below. I will share a final look at this up close and also with the lights dimmed down, because you can't really see the sparkle right now until the lights are dimmed down. But as always, thank you so much for tuning in for today's special video, and make sure to stay tuned for more videos featuring holiday decorating here at Casa Hernandez. And I hope that you are all having a wonderful day whenever you guys are watching this, and that you are also decking your home for the holidays.